I am Teresa Finehout, and this is my story. I grew up in a family who didn't go to church. We attended on holidays. It wasn't something that was part of our everyday life. Even having faith in the house wasn't part of our everyday life. I met a man, and his family attended church, and him and I had a daughter together, and we got married. And I started attending their church, and I was happy. I felt whole there. However, the marriage did end, and I left church. After my divorce, I felt that I wasn't worthy for God because my marriage had failed, and I had abandoned my marriage. I had another child, and sitting in service, one service was, God doesn't make mistakes, and I truly felt that God had made a mistake because I was pregnant again. I didn't have a drug problem or an alcohol problem or anything. I had, I would say, a money addiction. I just made a choice, and I stole money from a company I worked for. In '09, I was convicted for that charge. I took the kids to school, and we went to court, and there I was sentenced for an 1129, which is the maximum time that you can get in jail. I decided that God gave me this sentence because I needed the time for myself. He took everything away. My children, everything. All I had was Him for once in my life to depend on. It was the first time I ever really opened the Bible and read it. It was the first time I ever did a daily devotional. I always wanted to walk it, but I never understood that I had to have a personal relationship with Him. And in jail, that was the only relationship I had. I got out in November of '09 because it was 7 months and 21 days. And when I got out, I just went back to life. New Year's Day of 2010, I decided that my resolution was going to be getting back involved in a church. That's when we came to Suncoast. Coming to a big church, I felt that I could be a hidden person, and nobody would ask me anything, so nobody would know who I was or what I had done. And then that day came that Susan asked me to volunteer. And it was either we bolt for the door or I tell her the truth. So I explained to Susan that I was a convicted felon, and I figured that would be the end of the story, where she would be like, oh, okay, I understand. However, she did not take that as my answer. And she asked me what I did, and she told me to fill out the application. So I did the background check, and I started volunteering. Everything in my life has changed since coming to Suncoast. I now have a daily relationship with God. Before I would never make the time to have a daily devotional, and now it's become a priority. My girls have changed from being at Suncoast. Holly attended middle school camp last summer, and her faith really has grown from there, and her personal relationship with God has definitely increased. Leah's behavior has improved. I've got my self-worth back. I feel like I'm somebody important because regardless of what's going on, I know God still loves me, and I know that God will never leave. People come and go, but He's the thing that's not going to go, and He's the constant now.